feel like tonight's gonna be a quick one. So it's nice to receive workouts. I really liked. I thought we were laughing pretty good yesterday about that open workout. To hear stories like how Chelsea in 2014 had to do triples with 135, and then was able to do fives with 155s. And then same thing with Scott. Scott was, what was it, triple, Scott? Barely. Very single, and then now you were five and did a thruster with it, no problem. So it's really cool to see the development as we grow. Sometimes we forget that. We forget where we come from. We forget what we've done. We forget the 4 years, the 3 years, the 2 years, the 10 years we put into something. I was also laughing with a couple of you guys even today, and I always forget how hard it is to train for something year in, year out. You know, and I think about how I was competitive for 12 years and how I put time into it and how it was a drag and how I had to like live in the back house of my parents, and I think of all this crazy stuff I had to do to make that happen. And then I think of like right now, I'm old, I'm retired, it's great I get to hang out with my kid, but I don't get to be in the trenches battling it out day in, day out. I'm not in there, I don't have those memories. So those are things that I forget and I kind of miss. I miss every day that I don't get to see it. It's great being on the computer, it's great answering emails, it's great being with Milo, it's great being in the gym, it's great, but I miss the time of my competitive training. And I remember, and I look back at it now and I think about how I know I made all the right decisions because I'll never get that time back. And that's what I mean by that is once I get old and once I grow up and once I'm working full time and once I'm an adult, you know, those things all go away. And that's gonna come in sure time. Time is the outlier of everything. So you guys that are able to figure out and come back into the fold and really day in, day out, come in here and battle it out, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of the CrossFit Costa Mesa team. The fact that you guys proved this year to yourselves that you guys can do this. The average Joe can come into a gym, train day in, day out, and compete with those that put up day in, day out training to actually rank. And you guys are ranked in the top 30 of this region. That's pretty gnarly. That's fucking awesome. So hats off to you guys. I'm pretty pumped on that. Today, looking at today's workout, since you kids like EMOMs, let's just think of everything in minutes. So we have sub 9 minutes. Back in 2014, I had a dream that I would have somebody do sub 9 minutes. That dream did not come true. Hopefully this year it does. So I feel like we might have 1 or 2 people that can give me this type of time, but that's gonna come out to being somewhere around 18 to 19 reps a minute. So when we look at it, it's gonna break up to specifically 18 to 19 reps a minute. Same thing if I wanna do sub 10 minutes, I'm gonna be somewhere around or inside that 10-minute number. I need to be around 17 to 18 reps a minute. Same thing with the 11, the 12, and so on, all the way up to 16 minutes for roughly about 10.5 reps a minute. So I feel like this is super doable for a lot of us. If we come out hot and we go above that, that's where the problem's gonna lie. So if I told you, hey, I need you to rest at 11, and then I need you to rest at 21, and then I need you to rest at 11, I need you to rest at 21, you guys that are probably gonna end up with this number anyways would tell me I'm crazy. So I would highly recommend that you pace the majority of everything. Now, if you have a super slow burpee, because then the next problem is the seconds per burpee. So if I do my thrusters, 2 seconds per thruster, somewhere around 4 seconds per burpee, I'm looking at an 8:25 time. So same thing if I go on, I do thrusters and burpees. If I do my thrusters in 5 seconds a piece, that's super slow. And then your burpees at 6 seconds a piece, you're gonna be somewhere around 15:35. So I do feel like it's gonna be somewhere around here for our thrusters, and then somewhere around here for our burpees. So 5 to 6 seconds of burpees. So it's gonna be somewhat of a slow burpee, but at the same time, what we learned earlier in the open is that pacing that burpee can be dangerous in the beginning, right? It was kind of, if you move too slow on that, it might bite you in the ass later. However, this is not the case in this workout. So this is definitely a workout that you wanna pick up your pace as you go, and it's gonna feel real slow inside of the first 3 rounds. It's just gonna feel slow. So you just gotta be willing to just go ahead and sacrifice that
mentally be prepared for that. I would say that that's probably the most difficult part of this whole workout, is not coming out hot and then mentally preparing yourself to move faster in the second half. Move faster in the second half. So if you depleted yourself to the point to where you can't move faster in the second half, you obviously went too hard in the beginning. So let's really focus in this workout, no matter what it is, whether I get a 16 minutes or the dream sub 9 minutes, I'm still working at an ability to get faster. Tonight, I'll specifically break down what those numbers, like where you would be at in that minute. So, rep 10, rep 22, rep so on and so forth. And I'll do that all the way down on the spreadsheet so you guys can kind of look at that. Any questions on that? Pretty simple. You can kill it.